Hey guys, Juan here, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to find anybody's email address. So one of the first tools here that I want to show you is the mailtester.com. So this is a really good tool here to be able to help you really identify and verify if email addresses that you may have purchased from a list or gotten from somebody, or maybe even an email list that you got from somewhere online, right? To come in here and check the email address to make sure that it is correct. But I want to show you some tools that are going to really allow you to find really anybody's email address. And one of the tools that is actually one of the most kept secrets, I haven't really had anybody really talking about this. And, I actually kept this one to myself and kept it kind of a secret down low for a while, but I want to share it with you now. So this tool here is Numeria. There's a lot of different tools, and we'll walk through a couple of them here. There's like the Mail Hunter, right? I think there's like Viola Norbert, there's Twofer, but there's only a couple that I really like and that have been working extremely well for me. Numeria is actually quite low. They've only been around for a couple years, but quite low as far as costs. They've been around for a couple years and they work extremely well. Now, their setup is a bit different. They have it where you're going to LinkedIn and you're pulling up emails. You're not able to like go into kind of like the other one. I think it's Mail Hunter, where you can put in a domain. This one's strictly for LinkedIn, but I want to show you just how powerful this tool is. We've been using it for quite some time. So here is the plan here. You can go through and get 1,000 emails for 19 a month, 3,000 for 39 a month, and so forth and so on. So let me show you here. So we got this individual here, and what you'll do is you'll get a add-on up here on your in your bar here, and it's a little eagle, or not eagle, excuse me, a wolf. And what this does is it shows you up here +1 that there's an email here, and so this pulls up his email. And so literally what you can do is either create a new list or export this to a different list. And, as you can see here, we have a bunch of different email lists there, but that's literally how simple it is. Now, one of the things that I also recommend you do is, if you're going to be doing this, it's a lot of manual work. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator is actually a good tool to have, because you can visit a whole bunch of profiles and it'll unlock a bunch of profiles. Because if you just have a simple kind of LinkedIn profile that it's not paid, right, you're going to be very limited on the amount of searches that you can get with people and their different titles. So I would highly recommend that you get like LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's even free for 30 days from what I understand. And then you can, just gather a bunch of emails. So that's essentially the first tool there. Very inexpensive here. 1,000 emails a month, $19, $39 a month, 3,000 emails. And you can, take breaks. These guys don't have any contracts. So let's say you spend $39 1 month and get 3,000 contacts, and then wait a couple months, right? Because you're, using up this list here. So great little tool there. The other one here that I recommend, that I also have used quite a bit, is the, I believe this is the hunter.io. And this one is a bit different because you get to add different websites in there as well. And so let's say that I wanted to find a particular dentist, dentist in Seattle. And I wanted to find a email address for one of these folks here, one of their websites. Let's go on the second page here. Let's say we're trying to sell SEO. Let's see here. Yeah, this guy right here just has a bad title. Okay. Let me show you. Okay, this one here, do they even have it on their website? We can just literally copy and paste. Go to here. Excuse me. And then we type in the actual domain search and go to search. And okay, most common patterns. First, office. Okay, so this one isn't showing the email address, but one of the great things, and that's why I showed you the mail tester, is this tool. It works really well because it gives you kind of a most common pattern. Let me show you here. So whenever you are looking to like find the business owner's email address, and let's say you can't find it and you got something like this that pops up. Let me pull that up again. You can essentially test out the email addresses to find one that it actually pulls up in the mail tester. So I'll walk you through one here. So this one here, it shows us that the most common type of pattern here is first name, okay, at the Biderman DDS, okay. So that one would be this one here. No, it would be like Michelle right here. It would be this one. So let's look back and let's try to find who this dentist is. What is his name? Okay. Contact us. Okay, so it doesn't even have. Oh, there you go, Kevin. Let's try Kevin and let's go to the mail tester. Go to Kevin. Should have got the URL actually. Okay, let's go here. Go boom. Okay, let's try this here. Okay, see, so this one tells us that the email address is not on the server. Let's try a Dr. Dr. Kevin. Okay. Huh. Yep. So as you can see, you gotta play around with this a little bit. Let's go back. What is his name? Huh. Yeah. So this one would require quite a bit of testing. It says that's the most common pattern, but I would even go Kevin.B. Let's try that. No. Yeah, so for whatever reason, this one here, we're not able to pull it up. Yeah, so unfortunately, this one here is a no-go. We're not able to find that one. So let's see if we can even find a different one, because oftentimes you can find a bunch of different emails through different companies. So let's even go to the next one here. So let's go to copy this. Let's go back to, no, not mail tester here. And let's see what we can pull up in here. Okay, so this is Gigi. Not really sure who that is. But let's see what this is here. Is Gigi the actual doctor here? Let me see. Okay, so it's not. Huh. Well, who's the doctor? Dr. Baker. Let's even try something here. Let me go over here. Go Dr. Baker. And then go here. Copy. At. Boom. Huh. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this one might be it here, but for whatever reason, sometimes what's going to happen is you're going to come to a point where you reach someone like this, where server doesn't allow email address verification, which means that they may have some kind of spam filter. They may have some kind of firewall protection. And so it's not allowing you to get access to that, because what this does is it essentially pings the server to see and to make sure that the actual address is on the server and is valid. So this is another tool here that I would highly recommend that you use. Just trying to find different, different websites and their email addresses. I like this Numeria tool a whole lot better, because you can just go on LinkedIn and just look for people's email addresses that way as well. So let me even go over here. Let me go here and see if this guy's email address is able to get pulled up. Okay, so it shows here that there's no +1, so that means that there's no email. Okay, but oftentimes it will find an email. Now, I want to also show you an email finder. This is another one too, where you can come in here and look for different email addresses, and you can also upload emails and get them verified to see if they're actually, the right kind of emails. So the ones that I really recommend, honestly, it's going to be Hunter.io and Namiria, because they are the most, I guess, accurate from what I've seen. I mean, because there's a ton of different tools out there. I want to be able to share with you, the information and the different types of platforms and softwares out there to help you find people's emails that are the most accurate. Because I've tested them, I've tried them right. I'm not just trying to tell you from fluff. So let's go, and I want to show you a strategy to be able to find people's email addresses for prospecting. So you have a particular search query here that we've put in here. And this is for when we're finding, because a lot of even dentists that are kind of old school that make great prospects for marketing, Facebook marketing, Google marketing, maybe even a whole new website. A lot of these folks I've found that are even still on yp.com, Yellow Pages doing marketing. So it's just like, come on, guys, it's time to upgrade. So what we're able to do here is type in dentist@gmail.com, okay, site LinkedIn. So here it pulls up email addresses that are on LinkedIn, okay? And I think these guys typically have like, they're in the email addresses are on like their profile. So obviously you want to get away from like this one here where it's where's it at? In Iraq here. Let me see here. Is this guy even Iraq? Because we'd want to put in, okay, yeah. So let's go back and see if we can even put in, let's go Seattle. Okay, yep. This one actually was able to give us some more emails. See if we can put it in quotes here, or let's go to Seattle. Okay, yep. Here we have some more emails right here. But let's just go back here, and you can play around with this and search for different cities, and really get a lot more specific with the search criteria. But I just want to give you an idea of how this works and how you're able to extract the data. So from here, we go to Control All. Well, actually, let's go here, and I want to just highlight all of this, copy, and then you go to this site here, which is eel.surf7.net.my, and you're able to put in all of that data in here, okay? And then you go to extract. And so now what this does is it provides you all of the clean email addresses here for you to be able to actually, use to prospect. So this is a nice little tool here that allows you to find these email addresses and be able to, reach out to different people based on that. Now, if you also want to use a different kind of service to find really anybody's email, you can use one of these different, let me see here, service providers that actually, let's go to Data Scraper. Okay. And you can actually find people to scrape websites for you or scrape platforms. So let's say you wanted to have somebody out there that goes and scrapes, hey, listen, I want all of the dentists in Seattle. I want you to pull all their data for me, all their emails, all this stuff. These guys would be able to do that for you. And a lot of this stuff is custom. So this guy here, okay, I provide services for web scraping, data mining, data extraction from any website or directory. Another place to find even emails are directories, but this guy here looks like he can scrape from any website, any directory. Oh, wow, this is great. This guy, I may even have to start using him. I haven't even tried his services, but he has, perfect score here, 5.0. Fantastic. Okay. So that's another way to go about it, is have somebody scrape data for you, and they'll put it in a nice little spreadsheet. And you can really literally find anybody's email address that way, because you have the ability to have this guy scrape these websites. What they'll do is they'll create like these custom codes, these custom bots and softwares, and it'll kind of go incognito and go on these sites and literally scrape all their data. I mean, it's pretty insane. But these guys, I mean, at $5, I mean, it's just like there's so much valuable information and data that can be pulled. So this is just this quick video here to show you really how you can find really anybody's email address by making sure that if you want to kind of verify that that address is good, putting it through here, through Mail Tester, and then utilizing tools such as Numeria, which has been kind of my bread and butter for a while. I didn't even want to, I was thinking twice about putting it in this video, but that's how much valuable information that I want to provide you guys with, because I understand that it could have a significant impact in your business and in your life, and I want to be able to share that with you. So utilizing Numeria for LinkedIn email verification, and then the Mail Hunter, hunter.io here for finding like websites. Also, you can find, they have a little icon up here, or the browser add-on, that I don't really use it that much, because I typically I'm going to be going through and finding like websites that I want email addresses for, or using Numeria, and I don't really do that anymore. I have somebody do that for me. But if you're just kind of starting out, you're on a budget, highly recommend Numeria and the hunter.io. And I think even hunter.io gives you a free 100 searches or queries or whatever, so you can verify the emails there. So that is it for this video here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.